How can you eat a keto or low carb diet in a way that works with your food preferences, schedule, and lifestyle? I'm low carb dietitian Franziska, and today I'm going to be sharing options for keto and low carb meals, whether you prefer to eat at home, dine out, or do a combination of the two. And although this video is mainly meant for people who are new to keto or low carb, I'm hoping that some of you who have been doing this for a while will still take away something from it. First, make it a routine to stick to the basics of healthy low-carb eating at every meal. And those basics are to include, number one, a generous serving of protein food, such as meat, chicken, fish, eggs, cheese, tofu, or another protein source based on your needs and food preferences. And if you don't know what your protein needs are, you'll want to check out my video about calculating your protein needs, which I will link to in the description. Number two, as many non-starchy vegetables as you want, and those include asparagus, cauliflower, broccoli, Brussels sprouts, greens, zucchini, and pretty much all vegetables that grow above the ground, with the exception of winter squash like butternut squash, which has a few more carbs. And number three, as much healthy fat as you need to feel satisfied and enjoy your meal. So this can be 1 tablespoon, 2 tablespoons, or more. And in addition to butter, oil, and cream, this can include nuts and seeds, which are also good sources of healthy fat. Let's start with breakfast, if you want to eat breakfast. If not, just enjoy some coffee, tea, or water. If you do want to eat, but you don't have a lot of time, try one of these minimal prep, no-cooked breakfasts on busy mornings. First up, egg salad on pre-washed lettuce. 4 eggs mixed with a tablespoon or 2 of mayo provides about 26 grams of carbs and 2.5 grams of net carbs. And remember to always keep some hard-boiled eggs on hand in the fridge. Another option is a yogurt parfait. 1 1/3 cups of Greek yogurt with half a cup of berries or fruit and 2 tablespoons of chopped nuts. You'll get about 30 grams of protein and 14 to 20 grams of net carbs depending on the type of fruit or berries. So if you're eating very low carb or keto, this might be a bit too high in carbs for you. You could also make a low carb cinnamon pudding with 2/3 of a cup of cottage cheese, a tablespoon of ground flaxseed, 2 tablespoons of chopped pecans or walnuts, and half a teaspoon of cinnamon all mixed together for 24 grams of protein and 7 grams of net carbs. Now, many smoothies are high in carbs and sugar and low in protein, but this strawberry and cream protein smoothie from Martina at Keto Diet is exactly the opposite. There's 36.5 grams of protein and 8 grams of net carbs, and I will link to that recipe and all of the other recipes that I talk about in this video in the description below. If you have a little more time, maybe on the weekend, you can make a classic keto breakfast like bacon and eggs or sausage and eggs, or you can make one of these tasty keto-friendly recipes. Keto breakfast sausage and guac stacks from Martina at Keto Diet with 20 grams of protein and 4.4 grams of net carbs. Keto protein pancakes from Keto Connect with 26 grams of protein and 1 gram of net carbs. Or keto spanakopita from Martina at Keto Diet with 22.4 grams of protein and 4.5 grams of net carbs. If you're at a restaurant, order bacon or sausage and eggs, or, my favorite, an omelet. Again, the protein and carbs you'll get will vary based on the ingredients and their amounts, but your meal will likely end up with at least 25 grams of protein and less than 8 grams of net carbs. Now let's talk about lunch and dinner. First, I highly recommend making 2 portions at dinner and packing one of them up for lunch the next day. It is such a time and energy saver, and you won't have to think about lunch until lunch. But if you prefer to make lunch rather than eating leftovers, the meals coming up will work equally well for lunch or dinner at home. First, quick and easy, no-cook options. Mix 3 to 4 ounces of canned fish with 1 to 2 tablespoons of mayo or half of a chopped avocado. You'll get around 25 to 30 grams of protein and 1 to 2 grams of net carbs. Mozzarella cheese with tomatoes, basil, and olive oil. Yes, it's a caprese salad, which is super quick and easy to put together. 4 ounces of mozzarella cheese, 1 medium-sliced tomato, basil, and olive oil provide about 25 grams of protein and 6 grams of net carbs. Another option is to pick up a rotisserie chicken and coleslaw from your grocery store deli. One chicken breast, one drumstick, and 2/3 of a cup of coleslaw provide about 40 grams of protein and 7 grams of net carbs. If you have more time and you're up for doing some cooking, try one of these delicious, healthy keto recipes. The best low-carb eggplant lasagna from Martina at Keto Diet with just under 43 grams of protein and 9 grams of net carbs. Classic keto beef stew from Carolyn at All Day I Dream About Food with 30.4 grams of protein and 5.8 grams of net carbs. Or keto pizza chicken, also from Carolyn and All Day I Dream About Food, with 35.7 grams of protein and 3.6 grams of net carbs. What if you're dining out or picking up takeout? Well, what you order will obviously depend on what's available at the place you're eating or picking up food from, but here are a few ideas for different types of cuisine. Meat or seafood with non-starchy vegetables. The protein and carbs will vary depending on the types and amount of food that you eat, but an average steak has about 40 to 50 grams of protein, and a cup of most non-starchy vegetables has about 2 to 5 grams of net carbs. A chicken, beef, or seafood stir fry with vegetables provides about 30 to 40 grams of protein and 5 to 10 grams of net carbs. But since most stir fries contain sugar, flour, and other thickeners, ask that only oil and soy sauce or tamari be used to prepare your dish. Protein-based salads are another great option, and one that I often choose when dining out, probably 8 out of 10 times. A Cobb salad made with chicken or turkey has about 45 grams of protein and 6 grams of net carbs, although those figures can definitely vary depending on the size of the salad. Or a chicken Caesar salad for around 40 grams of protein and 5 grams of net carbs, and be sure to ask your server to hold the croutons. You can also order a seafood salad with olive oil or creamy dressing. This one has shrimp, calamari, crab, tomatoes, and lettuce, and about 40 grams of protein and 5 grams of net carbs. Now, when you order a salad with crab, make sure that you're getting real crab. Many restaurants will use imitation crab because it's a lot less expensive than real crab, but it is made with fish, sugar, flour, oil, and other ingredients that cause it to be much higher in carbs and lower in protein than real crab. So make sure it's real. You can't always tell by looking, so be sure to ask. Now, I don't recommend eating at fast food restaurants all the time, but they're undeniably inexpensive and convenient. And the good news is that you can get a keto or low-carb meal at just about any fast food restaurant. The first option is a burrito bowl or salad made with protein, vegetables, fresh salsa, and guacamole. This chicken salad from Chipotle has 36 grams of protein and 8 grams of net carbs. At most fast food places, you can get a chicken salad. Again, ask for no croutons, and Italian dressing or a creamy dressing. This chicken and bacon ranch salad from Subway has 32 grams of protein and 9 grams of net carbs. Of course, you can always go for a double bunless burger with lettuce, tomato, and onions. A double bunless cheeseburger has about 40 grams of protein, depending on the size of the patties, and about 6 grams of net carbs. And I have always called this a sub in a tub, but now I see that they're often called sub bowls, but it is basically a submarine sandwich without the roll. And this ham and provolone sub bowl from Jersey Mike's has 27 grams of protein and 7 grams of net carbs, but you can choose whatever meat and cheese you like. Finally, at a wings place or a pizza place, you can order naked hot wings with buffalo sauce, celery sticks, and ranch dressing. The wings themselves are carb-free, including the sauce. And the protein content will vary depending on how big the wings are, but a 6-piece order of naked wings with hot sauce, celery, and ranch dressing from Buffalo Wild Wings has 53 grams of protein and about 4 grams of net carbs. I hope I've given you some good options for putting healthy low-carb meals together at home and ordering them when you dine out. I'd love to know what some of your favorite low-carb meals are, so please share them in the comments. Thank you very much for watching and for liking, subscribing, and sharing. I'll see you soon.